All right, today we're going to break down 50 core money truths from the financial expert Ramit Sethi. We're going to distill them into a blueprint for building what he calls a rich life. And spoiler alert, it's probably not what you're thinking. So let's just kick things off with a really big question that gets right to the heart of it all. What if our entire definition of rich has been kind of wrong this whole time? What if it's not about having $1 billion or a garage full of fancy cars? Let's dig into what it could be instead. And this quote from Ramit Sethi, it just hits the nail on the head. It sets the stage for everything we're about to talk about. See, a rich life isn't just a number in your bank account. It's a feeling. It's the freedom to actually design a life that feels like yours. Okay, so before we can build anything, we have to know what we're building, right? So this first step is all about defining what a rich life actually means to you personally. Because let's be honest, it's gonna be different for every single one of us. According to Sethi, these are the real pillars. A rich life is built on a foundation of strong relationships with people you love, work that actually gives you a sense of purpose, and a home that feels like your own personal sanctuary. It's about having the freedom to try new things and, maybe most importantly, using your money as a tool to live more, not just to pile up more stuff. All right, now this is huge. Before you even think about opening a spreadsheet or a budgeting app, the real work, it starts right up here, in your mind. Your beliefs about money and what you think you deserve, well, that's the foundation for everything else. And this right here, this is probably the single biggest roadblock for so many of us, right? This idea of waiting for the perfect time. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. Starting today, right now, even if you make a few mistakes along the way, is infinitely better than waiting for some magical day that's never gonna come. It's all about progress, not perfection. And wow, this is so important. The words you use literally create your reality. Every single time you say, I can't afford that, you're slamming a door shut. So try flipping the script. What if you asked, how can I afford that? Or maybe just, you know what, that's just not a priority for me right now. This tiny little shift opens up a world of possibilities instead of just shutting them down. Okay, so once we've got our mindset dialed in, it's time to get practical. It's time to actually build the system, the financial engine that's going to start working for you automatically in the background. And you know what? It's probably a lot simpler than you think. This engine really only has 3 core parts. First, you're going to build a fund for opportunities. Second, you have to invest consistently. And third, you need to attack and absolutely eliminate any of that high-interest debt that's just weighing you down. Now, pay close attention to the wording here. He doesn't just call it an emergency fund. An opportunity fund is for so much more than just a flat tire. It's about having cash ready to go so you can say yes when a fantastic opportunity pops up. A last-minute trip, a smart investment, or a chance to take a course you've been eyeing. It's about being proactive, not just reactive. I absolutely love this quote. It just cuts right through all that should've, could've, would've thinking. We all wish we'd started sooner, of course, but dwelling on that doesn't help one bit. The most important thing to get from this is that the only time you have control over is right now, so just start today. Okay, this might be my absolute favorite part of this whole philosophy. Saving money is obviously important, we all know that. But a rich life is also about spending money. The key is to do it consciously, with real intention, on the things that you truly, deeply care about. This is such a powerful concept. Think of it like a spending dial. Figure out what you absolutely love. Maybe it's travel, or great food, or fitness, and give yourself permission to spend extravagantly on it. Then, for everything else that you couldn't care less about, cut back mercilessly. Stop wasting your money on things that bring you zero joy. All right, here is a super practical, maybe slightly painful truth bomb for you. For any major life expense, we're talking a wedding, a big vacation, a home renovation, take whatever you think it's going to cost, your initial budget, and multiply it. Ramit says by 2 or maybe even 3. Things always cost more than you think, and planning for that reality upfront is going to save you so much stress. And here's a big one that challenges what so many of us have been taught our whole lives. We're constantly told that buying a house is the ultimate American dream, the pinnacle of financial success. But you know what? It's not always true. Depending on where you live, your lifestyle, and just the raw numbers, renting can actually be the much smarter financial move. It gives you flexibility and can have way lower costs. Don't just follow the old school rules without thinking. All right, Let's tie this all together. After you've worked on your mindset, you've built your financial engine, and you've learned how to spend with intention, what's left? Well, it's the best part, living your life according to your rules, not someone else's. And this is the bottom line, right? Just remember, you don't have to buy a house. A stable 9 to 5 job can be an amazing foundation for a rich life. Your real life doesn't need to look anything like an Instagram feed. And maybe the most powerful skill you can develop is learning to say no to things that just don't fit with the life you're trying to build. So look, we've basically just walked through the blueprint for building a rich life, one that's defined by freedom and intention and what actually makes you happy, not just a bunch of numbers. The philosophy is actually pretty simple, but putting it into action, well, that's up to you. So the question I want to leave you with is this. You have the blueprint now. What are you going to build?